Today, me and Tuck are going to take you along with us for a massive summer garden harvest. There is so much food in this backyard. Let's go! Let's start things out in the young food forest. Look how beautiful everything looks with the sun coming up. The tomato trellis is loaded with fruit. So many different colors. And look at the height of some of these tomatoes. These things are getting so tall already. I want to grab one of these Williams Pride apples right here. They're ripe and ready to be picked. Let's grab one. This is one of my favorite varieties of apple. It's ready so early in the year. Also, it's immune to apple scab and has good disease resistance to cedar apple rust and also fire blight. Look at the size of this apple too. Look how beautiful it looks. Let me just shine it up and show you what it looks like after that. This is more common what you see in the store. And this is all organic, homegrown. Look at the color. Look at the beauty, a fantastic tasting apple, and I have a bunch other varieties of apple that are almost ripe. So you can see some of them on the ground. We've had a good amount of wind lately, but they fall, they might get a little dent or two, but they're still perfect to eat. So there's nothing like having some fresh apples right from the garden. Right next to us here, we've got some ground cherries growing out of where the strawberries were. I love these ground cherries. This is the Aunt Molly's ground cherry, a fantastic variety. One of the awesome things about this is that you eat them when they fall to the ground, right here. And they're also wrapped in this husk, so it keeps them like away from some of the bugs and stuff. It keeps them nice and clean. You can just pop it out just like that, and then throw it right into your mouth. They have a fantastic flavor to them. The Aunt Molly's is sweet with a hint of tart. It's an old Polish variety, an heirloom, and I just love it so much. Let's grab some tomatoes right over here. So right here we've got the Harvest Moon tomato. This is a fantastic one. Look at the size of this. Let's cut this one out. Really nice color to it. Isn't splitting, just overall beautiful looking tomato and really good flavor. Let's grab this one, and this one even looks like it's good to grab too. Look at that. Two massive tomatoes. We'll move back over this way, and we've got some of the Lemon Boy Plus over here that are ready to be harvested, but we'll skip these ones for now. You gotta check out the production on this muskmelon right here. Look at this, one vine with 3 massive melons on it. These ones aren't ready just yet, but just the other day, I harvested a Hannah's Choice muskmelon. The thing was growing off the side of my raised bed, and then it just dropped naturally. I came out, sliced it open, it looked perfect. It was one of the best tasting cantaloupes that I've ever had in my whole entire life. So you gotta make sure you grow some cantaloupes. There's nothing like eating them fresh right out of the garden. And these ones just need a little bit more time, but soon we're gonna be overloaded with melons. Nothing like it. Next to me here, we've got some, like I mentioned earlier, some massive Super Sweet 100 tomatoes. Really healthy looking. Some of them split a little bit, but overall, good production on them. And then if you come back this way over here, you'll see we've got some different varieties here, like the white currant tomato right here. Really cool, some small tomatoes. The classic Juliet over here. A beautiful red tomato. And then even some different interesting varieties as you look this way, like the apple yellow. This one is really good. It's the first time I've ever grown it, but I'm gonna continue to grow it because this is a fantastic tomato, easy to grow and really good flavor. Then come back over here. You'll notice we have some stuff popping up for fall. We've got some carrots and stuff. Right here I use the carrot board trick. You can see how well it works. Perfect germination on these carrots here. And then next to us over here, you'll see we've got some different kinds of squash. This is my next round of squash. I still have squash producing, but these will be the backups in case the ones that I planted earlier slow down. And you won't believe it, but I still have some cabbages growing. I'm gonna harvest this one right here. This is the Dead-On Savoy cabbage. I left this one in a little bit late, but this is a variety that takes about 105 days. The base is just so thick, it's hard to cut this thing out. There we go. And it's got an insane amount of weight to it. A beautiful, there's a little spider in there. A beautiful cabbage, delicious, great for making sauerkraut and stuff. So I probably should have harvested this one a little earlier, but I had so many cabbages, so I wanted to keep this one in the ground. Again, this takes about 105 days to grow, but it's a beautiful cabbage. Look at that. Picturesque in my opinion, and still grabbing cabbages in almost like the middle of August. Pretty cool stuff. Let's place this down and grab some more stuff over here. We've got this tomato right here. This is the mushroom basket tomato. Look at the size of this thing, and look at the ribbing and the beautiful pink blush on it. One of my favorite heirloom tomatoes when it comes to the beefsteaks, the mushroom basket, such incredible ribbing. I love this one so much. And then step back a little bit. We've got some potatoes here. I'm gonna harvest these potatoes that I grew in a container. They look like they're ripe and ready. So let's flip this baby over and see what's hidden underneath the soil inside of this bucket right here. I'm just gonna flip it over. See what we got. Hopefully we got something nice. I've got potatoes planted in other locations, but first let's see what we got in the bucket. Peel this away. Looks like some red potatoes. Oh yeah, already seeing some nice ones. Look at this. Not bad. Grab some more of these. Oh, I must have planted 2 different varieties because we've got white and red ones. 2 different colors of potatoes from one bucket. Potatoes are so much fun just digging through. You never know what you're gonna find. As long as your plants are big and healthy though, it's likely you're gonna get some nice harvest from them. So check that out. Not a bad harvest from just a bucket. So you don't need a lot of space to grow a lot of food in your backyard. Even if you want to just grow in containers, you can get some nice harvests. Beautiful potatoes right there. I didn't even know that I planted 2 different varieties. I must have forgot. We've got Tuck working hard out here. We'll grab him a carrot in just a little bit. What do you think, buddy? Maybe grab a snack? But let's go grab a few more things. Come this way over here. This is my favorite variety of squash. This is an old Italian heirloom, a traditional one, the Costata Romanesco. Look how beautiful the vine is growing, and look at that fruit down there. This is like the ideal size I like to grab them. Big, beautiful flowers. This one has a lot of male flowers, which is great if you want to cook them up. Let me get in here though. Kind of hard to get to this fruit. Let's just grab it. Here. Oh yeah, look at that. Beautiful squash. This is my favorite tasting squash too. It has like a little bit of a nutty flavor. You just saute it, put a little salt on it, and it tastes incredible. Such a great variety. I love the Costata Romanesco. Notice down here, look, it's trying to root into the ground. So what I'll do is I'll pull back some of the wood chips in one spot and allow this to root into the ground. This way it has more roots to support more fruit in the future, but we always have those backups that I showed you just a little bit earlier. Then step back over here. This is the Gelber Englisher custard squash. This one is one of the best tasting varieties. It's got some squash down here. There's a bunch that are still forming right there. And then we've got some ready back here. This one looks like it's a little bit past, but it should still be good. This is a unique shape, an incredible flavor, and overall, one of my favorite squashes, besides the zucchini. These patty pan squash, I don't think you can get one that tastes better than this. I love growing this variety. Productive, just never stops. I gotta show you the one over there though. There's so much fruit on it, you won't even believe it till you see it. Come up here, we've got an old Native American variety. This is the white scallop squash. This one never stops either. You notice I plant these squash at the corner of the raised beds and then trellis them out. This way I can use that extra space that we're using just to walk to grow some food. It allows me to get the most out of the space that I have, and there's nothing like it. There's one right here we'll grab. Beautiful squash. And then another one right here. The harvests just don't stop. Come down, we got Tuck hanging out next to the grapes. He'll never touch the grapes, he never goes by them. There's too much food for him to grab. But if you notice, look at all the grapes here. And then step back a little more. Look how beautiful the grapes look with the sun hitting them. They still need a little bit more time, but they're getting wicked close to being ready. And I can't wait to grab them. And then right above us here, we've got some cucumbers. This one's a little past, but I've got more cucumbers that are ripe and ready. What do you think, Tuck? See if this guy wants a little bit of cucumber. What do you think, boy? Yeah, it looks like he's not feeling the cucumber too much right now. He probably wants something like a carrot. Let's look up right above me here though. We've got this white eggplant. Look how many eggplants are on this thing. An insane amount. Cut this one here. Grab this one here. Another one here. There's so many eggplants just on this one plant. A few marks on them, but that's okay. Overall, nice production on just this plant. And you'll notice I'm growing this on the corner too and kind of like encouraging it to grow off the side of the raised bed. This way I can get more things planted heading into fall right here. Then let's see if we got some nice carrots in here. I want to save some of these carrots for the winter. I'll cover them up, but as it gets colder, but let's just grab one here, see if Tuck wants a bite. This one doesn't look too great. Probably get a better one right here. A little bit small, but they'll get bigger as the season progresses. Let's see if Tuck wants a bite. Want to bite this, Tuck? Yeah, this guy prefers his carrots. So we'll let him work on the carrot. We'll keep moving this way. I've got a bunch of cucumbers down here. Look at these. I'll pass these up for a second and grab some of the cucumbers right here. These ones look ideal, perfect. Still getting cucumbers late into the season. There's another big one on that opposite side. Nothing like grabbing fresh cucumbers right from the garden, mid-August. So delicious and so cooling through this heat. And then check out right here. Here we've got these Cucamelons. I planted this 1 year. They always come up. I think they're called Mexican gherkins too. They are so prolific. They could kind of take over some of your garden, but they've got a unique flavor to them, a little different than a cucumber, kind of a hint of sourness, but overall, just a really good flavor and a fun thing to grow in the garden. Let's swing into the other food forest. Check out this Honeycrisp apple tree, a dwarf tree, but so much fruit on it. Look at this, some beautiful clusters of fruit right there. Look down here, absolutely loaded. This is my favorite all-time flavored apple. There's nothing like a Honeycrisp apple. And if you think one from the store was good, just wait till you try one of your own homegrown, organic apples right off the tree. There's literally nothing like it. Come over here. I've got a bunch of peppers to grab. With my new style of growing, I grow most of my peppers in containers. This way they're not in the way heading into fall because the peppers are ready just so late. Here's a Cornito Arancia pepper. Look at the color on this thing. I love this one so much. Let's harvest one of these. Tuck likes these ones a lot too. So they're fantastic tasting. They look beautiful. And overall, just, I love this pepper so much. Tuck will let you know. What do you think, Tuck? Let's see. Yeah, he'll just snack on this. Whenever I go for the Cornito Arancia, this guy always shows up. He loves eating these ones. And then next to me right here, this is another fantastic variety from Nicaragua. This is the Criolla de Cocina. Look at how unique this pepper looks. Let me grab one of these up here. Look at the shape of it. This is a sweet pepper too. Even though it looks like a hot pepper, the production is incredible on it. The taste is fantastic. A very strong peppery flavor to it. Look at all the fruit on here. This is one I've been growing for years and I love growing this one. Then look at the size of that pepper right next to us here. This is a hybrid, huge yellow pepper, great production. There's some more of them up here. Look. That are just gonna start getting some color too. So I love growing peppers in containers. You can see how fantastic they grow like this. Swing over there as Tuck just is still snacking on this pepper. Let's grab this eggplant right here. I love this variety. This is the Listada de Gandia. So nice striping color. Look at that, purple with the white. Beautiful eggplant. Just like my peppers, I really like growing my eggplants in containers because they're just ready so late in the season and then they do really well in containers. It also allows me to get more out of this space that I have. Take a step back and look at this apple tree. This is the Liberty apple. This is a semi-dwarf tree, so it's larger than the dwarf I just showed you, but the production is unbelievable. This is one of the most disease-resistant apple trees on the planet, and it's ready later than my Williams Pride or even my Honeycrisp. So when you grow varieties that are ripen at different times, it allows you to extend your season. This way you could always be eating fresh apples right off the tree. Come this way. Check out the Zucchino rampicante on the ground. This is a squash that you could eat as either a summer squash or a winter squash. This is the time of year when it just takes over and the production just comes on heavy. So it's a fantastic squash, especially a little later in the season, like we're at right now. There's another Hannah's Choice melon, similar to the one that I grabbed earlier. This plant has kicked out a lot of melons. It grew right off the side of that raised bed. So we're getting the most out of the space that we have. And now it's just trellis growing along on the wood chips over there. And I gotta show you in the front of my garden, there's some plums that are ready, some beach plums, local to Jersey. So let's grab a few of those. Then we're gonna hop back here and grab some more tomatoes and stuff. Look, you can even see the tomato down there. That is the Sakura tomato. That thing has so many ripe tomatoes on it. Check out the beach plums. These ones are really cool. It's almost like a big cherry, but they're super sweet and absolutely delicious. I love these ones so much. And pan up a little bit, you'll notice I only got beach plums in one location, right here. This is the only spot that I sprayed this tree with the surround kaolin clay, and it's the only spot that I actually got plums. So it just goes to show that this clay works really well, especially for the bug that really bothers me, the plum curculio. A really cool thing about this tree too is there's been multiple bird nests in here this year and different families of birds. Check out right there, there's one bird's nest in there, a robin's nest, and then there's another robin's nest over there. I have some really cool clips of the mama bird coming in and feeding the baby robins in the spring. So it's pretty cool when you could have a tree, grow it, it gets absolutely massive, it produces fruit for you, and then there's also just a whole family of birds that can grow up in it. So it's a really fun time. Another great thing about having a garden in your backyard. Let's try this. Oh my gosh. So juicy, so sweet. I got Tuck here. Let's go grab some tomatoes. And we've also got someone else. We've got one of Tuck's many girlfriends. She's come to bless the garden. My sister's dog, so she's out here. Baby Bella. She's a smaller version of Tuck, but she's absolutely full of life. We'll grab her to show you at the end too. Let's grab some of these Sakura tomatoes though. This is my earliest ripening tomato in the whole garden. Look how beautiful the sets are. Fantastic tomato right here. Look how excellent it is. It reminds me of the Mountain Magic tomato. Just a little smaller, but really, really beautiful tomato, as you can see. Come this way, we had another tomato that just fell because it got so heavy, the clementine. And then if you look to the right, we've got apple trees. Young apple trees loaded with apples. Only after about 3 or 4 years, you can start to get some consistent harvest from your apple trees. The dwarf trees are my favorite. Echinaceas are finishing up. And then another Honeycrisp apple. Look at this. Beautiful looking apples on it. I could never have too many apples. You could hear the neighbor's dog is out there having a little fun too. Next to me here, we've got some peppers. This is the apple sweet, completely loaded with peppers. This is such a good pepper and it tastes fantastic. It looks beautiful. Look at that. Whew. Gotta love that. And then next to us, we've got some more eggplants. I think this is the Rosa Bianca maybe? I can't remember the name right now exactly, but look at this. Nice big eggplants, nice shape to them, a little bit of ribbing, beautiful color. Fantastic eggplant. Let's move over here. Look how many, look at that. Some of them are a little overripe, but there's gotta be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's gotta be about close to 10 ripe squash just on this one plant. This whole section back here is littered with squash. It's a great thing when you have more food than you know what to do with. Pan over to Tuck. I put a pepper down for 1 second. This guy's working on it. He loves grabbing his fresh snacks from the garden. If you love seeing the Tuck in the videos, make sure you spam some hearts down low for the young king. That's today's video, growers. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed it. We hope you got something out of it. We got Bella here. She's a little bit camera shy, but she's a cute girl. Make sure you spam some hearts down low for her. Again, one of Tuck's many girlfriends. She's out here having fun in the food forest. This is my sister's dog, so it's not my dog, but she likes coming out here sometimes and just looking for some snacks. Right, girl? She's full grown and she's full of life. Let's let her go run around. She loves scurrying through the garden. Right, girl? Me and Tuck had a blast out here. We hope you guys enjoyed the video. He's around here somewhere. He's actually out looking for some snacks. She's not as much of a thief when it comes to the treats. She doesn't like the garden snacks as much as Tuck, but she just likes being out here and sniffing. We had a blast. We hope you guys got some value out of this video. We hope we shared some varieties with you that you could try to grow in your garden. We hope we also encourage you to get out there and get some stuff planted. The only way you could have a huge food forest filled with food, like more food than you even know what to do with, is to make sure you stay on top of planting. You got to get out there. You got to get your hands dirty. You got to get your hands in the soil, get the seeds in the soil so you could have the fruit on the trees. There's no better way to do it than to just get out there and get growing. Here comes the little boss right here. This guy's the king. He's always in the videos. He's always working hard. And he's the original, he's the OG, the garden OG, right boy? This guy is one of the main inspirations for the garden. He's been here since the start. We love to have him out here. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you hit the subscribe button and share this video with your friends. That helps get the message of growing your own food out there. The message of Team Grow, where we want to just encourage as many people to grow their own food, and then they can encourage other people to grow their own food. It becomes like this compounding exponential growth where everyone's part of a team where we're growing our own food and we're enjoying it out there. And it's basically what it's all about. I wanted to send a thank you to one of our new channel members, Dawn Hamilton. Thanks for being a part of Team Grow. Thanks for having your hand in everything we're doing out here. The dog has really been singing back there. It wants me to shut up. So we're gonna close this video out. But again, we had a blast out here. And one more shout out to the young king before we let you go. Hanging out by the echinaceas. This guy had a bunch of peppers, huh? Yeah, he's nice and calm and full now. Right, boyo? Tuck, and James will be back again real soon. We